PS2 mini games.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of PS2 Mini Games. We are currently in Lowestoft, the most easterly point of Great Britain. We're going to hit up the CEX and maybe a couple of charity shops depending on how much time I have. Reason I'm in Lowestoft right now, well, simply put, there's a couple of accessories at the local CEX that I'm actually quite curious about. I say curious, we'll find out if they're actually boxed, because Lowestoft have got quite a reputation for basically not being the best CEX around. Yeah. Very much like Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft is a bit of a deprived town by the seaside. Probably needs more money invested if you want to get it back to what it once was. But also at the same time, you have to say that some people here do not help themselves. I mean, I've literally just walked around here and I've seen some interesting figures just walking past me, and to be honest, the smell of marijuana is quite strong right now. Anyway, so we're now gonna go to CEX to see what they have.
That's some good shit, right? No.
So anyway, about to hit up the high street. Lowestoft High Street is pretty nice. It's just like one long street up from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill. So it's easy to explore, but actually it's quite busy today. So that chap has proved my point. He clearly saw me walking in a straight line, but yeah, I had to stop and go around him because he refused to brake for me. Yeah, that's the average person in Lowestoft, sadly. Just ignorance beyond belief. I would try the charity UK shop, but I've been in there in the past and they don't do anything in the way of DVDs. They're nothing like the Great Yarmouth version. That's the best charity shop I've ever been in. Massive and always has a good selection of stuff. Yeah, anyway. I know what some people think right now. I'm walking down the centre of Sumter, maybe I should move out of the way for them. I do, but there's some people who just like, they will not break for nobody. And that attitude is not really needed in modern day society, really. I will say right now it's quite hot today. As you can tell, the sun is blinding me in the face. Yeah. I might go down there in a minute. That's the inside mall. There's nothing much down there, but I haven't been in there in a minute. If this doesn't scream Lowestoft, I don't know what does. The fact that they are bringing back a Wimpy. I thought Wimpys were dying off their ass, but they're actually bringing new ones back? Jesus Christ! Actually, to be perfectly honest, this is actually probably the nicest I've seen Lowestoft for quite a while. Quite a lot of room to walk. It is nicer than Great Yarmouth, it really is, but that's still not like a fantastic place to be, you know what I mean? Just lack of money here, and it shows. Sometimes it really does show. Just like Great Yarmouth, Lowestoft is quite a multi-ethnic cultural society these days, which is a good thing, to be honest, because I don't understand people's desire to keep everything the same as it was 50 years ago, ethnic-wise. I don't understand what if people want to. Yeah. The sad truth is there's a lot of racism in Great Yarmouth and Lowestoft, and especially Great Yarmouth. That's one of the most racist places I've been in my life. I worked there for 8 years, so I can say that. Lowestoft's not as bad as Great Yarmouth in many, many ways. Anyway, we're rapidly approaching the CEX. There's who's back there. I will try the British Heart not British Heart, Jesus Christ, the Red Cross. There it is, the Red Cross in the corner there. That's where I got one of my DVD racks about 2 months ago, so I'm going to try there in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side.
What a shithole.
Right, so here we are outside CEX. It's one of the smaller CEX I've been to, but it always seems to have good stuff. Obviously the windows, there's not much window space, but they seem to have Persona 4, Persona 5 and PS4 there, but that's it, that kind of stuff. But, oh, that's true. Oh my god, the shade's amazing right now. £60 for better Toady, Jesus Christ. Ghouls and Ghosts, one of the literal hardest games ever released, that's a fact. Oh, DS and 3DS games in it. This is the only CEX I've been in where the PS2 games are not in alphabetical order. I've actually just find what I need. It's a pain in the ass. So basically what I'm going to do, I've got to basically go through it all, find the games I need, but I've got to ask for the accessories behind, so I'll see you in a bit.
Hope this won't take too long.
Right guys, this went in the CEX. I actually got everything I wanted, a rare moment. I would show you the bag, but one of the items is so big that it's poking up the bag, and carrying it's a pain in the ass. It's in my left hand down there. Anyway, we're going to now, if I turn around, we're going to now hit up the British Red Cross here, because usually they're pretty good for finding some like random stuff, and we will try our luck. See you on the other side.
Oh, I love charity.
That rare moment going to a charity shop, they've actually got a good selection of stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
I got that one, and I got that one too. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, it's true. Oh, it's worth a try. Right, there was nothing in the British Red Cross. There was nothing in the Red Cross charity shop. I'll just leave it at that. Now, generally speaking, usually I would hit up other stores like the independent store on the other side of Lowestoft. But to be honest, A, everything on my list I got. B, I'm actually quite content with what I've got. And C, I don't want to be in Lowestoft longer than I have to be. We'll go with that one. But in all honesty, that's the second or third time I've been in Lowestoft CEX, and this is by far the best experience. Fantastic service. Generally speaking, maybe it's just because it's the I forgot what name. So basically, I got the same person I got last time, and she seems to be fantastic at what she does, and she seems to actually genuinely care. And I was asking her to find some random stuff, and she found them straight away, which is hilarious. So anyway, what we're going to do now, because I don't want to waste any more time, we're going to basically go into the future about a couple of hours, and I'll meet you in my games room. See you on the other side.
You understand English?
And we're back in the games room right now. Lowestoft CEX was very good this time, and literally the whole list I had, I got everything, which is fantastic. And we'll get to it in a second. Wasn't long in Lowestoft, maybe 45 minutes this time. Literally just tried a CEX in one charity shop. Couldn't get anything in the charity shop, but Lowestoft is how can I put this?
Rough as assholes.
But it's still better than Great Yarmouth. Put it that way. Seaside towns need better treatment, and especially Lowestoft. It needs more. It needs better treatment. Anyway, let's get to the games very, very shortly. But before we do that, time for the advert of the week advert of this episode. Simple advert. This one's an American Sega advert. Mainly you've probably seen it before. It's only about half a minute long. It basically explains blast processing. In the campaign between Sega Genesis Mega Drive and Super Nintendo, blast processing was one of the things they claimed the SNES didn't have. Basically, blast processing wasn't really a thing, it was just a marketing campaign, and it worked very well in America, as you'll see from this advert. Enjoy.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't. So what's blast processing do? And what if you don't have blast processing?
Yeah, these kind of small adverts really were much better in the 90s.
Obviously now, for the simple reason that
We had no internet in the 90s. You found out about games through adverts. So they had to try a lot harder. Actually saw that advert was pretty good. So anyway, we'll be back in a second. We'll get to the games.
Get on with it.
So there's actually 6 games. Well, you'll see in a minute. Anyway, so first game, sports games I need. ESPN NFL 2K5. £2 to pay for this. So the ESPN games, they basically had I think they had a few games sports-wise: basketball, hockey,
football.
Still, I think it's one of the most dominant sports channels in America. Still goes strong. So I'm happy to get off the list. One of those games I need to get off the list.
Sports. I love them.
Right, so game number 2. I'm actually kind of shocked they didn't have this. I must have just overlooked it. Ratatouille. This Pixar Ratatouille. It's one of those games where you think you have it, but you don't. And after going through the list one more time, obviously I didn't have it, and now it's wiped up the list. I'm sure it was a good game back in the day, but probably aged pretty badly, so I'm not going to try that. It's another one I need to get off the list. Getting these old school £2 games off the list, it's starting to show. It's starting to, how can I put this? We're starting to make progress on a lot of the shovelware. And that's one of them. That's most definitely one of them. Anyway, game number 3, if I can hold it properly. Racing. There is a story mode in this. There's a story mode in this, so I might actually give this a try, because I'm always happy to try any kind of racing game, because racing games are good. And I'll come back to it, and we'll see if it actually sounds good or plays well even. I'm intrigued. Any kind of story mode on a PS2 is not common. Obviously, technically there's a story mode in Need for Speeds, but you know what I mean. Story modes in real racing games are hard to find, pretty much. And game number 4, and reasonably expensive game, Predator Concrete Jungle. Concrete Jungle, even. As you know, the Predator franchise went pretty strong during the 90s and the late 80s. The original film, Predator, amazing film. Amazing film. Interesting that obviously it's a Schwarzenegger film, but obviously there was 6. But obviously,
See the Ventura.
former wrestler. He made a big difference to that film because he was obviously a former Navy SEAL, and he actually showed everyone how they would walk in the jungle, how they would formation in the jungle, which made it more feel more real life. And obviously, to this day, there's still not so much. I suppose it's kind of a scary film, having a deadly invisible killer killing you one by one. And obviously, the famous quotes of "Get to the chopper." And other quotes I can't say because I would include swear words. You are one ugly... that kind of thing. So, good film. Predator 2 sucked ass, though. Some interesting choices in Predator 2 for actors. Is it Danny Glover? Is it not Bill Pullman? Bill Paxton. There's some, not so much B-list films, but B-list actors, but come on. I will say Bill Paxton in Commando, Predator, Tornado, and one of the Terminator films. I mean, what a string of films he chose.
Ably played by Bill Paxton.
But the last two games I picked up, I mainly picked up for the accessories that came with them. You'll see what I mean in a second. First one, obviously got the game, but the accessory. Time Crisis, but as you can see, it actually comes with the boxed gun. Not in the greatest condition, the box, but I now understand why they put the game to the side for thing. I now understand why they use thingy, but in fact, it's still got a box. It still looks reasonably decent. The back's seen better days, but I can open it. I don't like opening this, but I will put the box back in. But as you can see, it's in very good condition. Just gently put that back in. I will probably I'll never use tape on the box, but I will probably put extras on the box to keep the box shut. But generally speaking, I need to pick up more accessories, and I'm glad I actually have the gun right now. I just interesting. That's a good point. No. I'm gonna leave this all in, by the way. Oh god, we'll leave the sign for now because the sign can it stand up by itself? Can it stand up by itself? Yes, it can. We'll use this in a second, so I need to put the things on there. But yeah, very happy to get that. But the main reason I went for it, for the next one, because they're not expensive. They're probably not going to go up in price, but I just like the box and the size of it. And that is a Guitar Hero still in box with game. As you can see, this is the 80s one, but paid £18 for this. But the size of this box alone, and the great condition it's in. I mean, it's literally barely got a scratch in it. It's in phenomenal condition. And when I asked for the Lowestoft, I must be honest, when I saw it online, I thought it's going to be awful. When they
Picked it up, it's like...
This probably won't go up in price, but it just looks amazing. I mean, it's like... Easy. I mean, if you just look from a distance, it does hold up pretty well. I might have to give it its own shelf. I'm going to have to give it its own shelf, aren't I? It's going to be one of those things. But bearing in mind, I picked up two very good accessories for less than £40 combined. That's fantastic. And it's not even, and obviously I've still got to get the really awful accessories like the eye toy and the even worse game track games. Oh my god, no, they're going to be interesting. They're going to be very interesting. By interest, I mean shit. But yeah, this was a very small impromptu CEX video. I just googled it one day. I was like, let's give them a try, and I actually got everything. Every item on the list I picked up. So I'm insanely happy right now. So only actually 4 games I actually needed. So we're now sitting at 1286 for the normal games. So I've got to put that on the board in a second. I've got to find the chalk because I don't know. I've got to wipe it also. So I'll do it in a second. So 1286. We are very rapidly approaching 1300, which I'm really hoping to get to sooner rather than later because we've been stuck in the 1200s for a long time. It doesn't feel like we have been, but we have. Because we're now getting to that point where it's constantly just picking up 3 games here, 4 games there, every so often. We're basically hitting about 20 to 30 games a week. Not a week, a month. If I was doing a week, I'd be doing a lot better. But 20 to 30 games a month, which is still good going considering we're getting less games to find, if you know what I mean. I will say one thing right now. My local Great Yarmouth CEX has 2 really expensive games. They currently have the Silent Hill Collection. That's a £145 game. And they have King of Fighters 98.
£40 game, which someone just in the same day.
Apparently. If I had 150 to drop just like that, I would. But at this point, it's need to real life. Real life has to get in the way first. I can't justify dropping 150 on one game. I will say that I do have how can I put this? I do save a little bit of money here and there each month in the savings account there's one down that's gonna and there it is. Bam, paid. So I will be buying every game. That's not a joke. I will be getting every game. That's not. I'm serious when I do that. But I've got to like how can I put this? Really choose when to buy expensive games here and there. Because as you see in the channel, I do buy the odd £100 game when I want to. Just got to choose when, why, how. Yeah. That's that. I think my mind just left my body there for like 5 seconds. Jesus. Anyway, thank you for watching this impromptu small episode. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Since the last CEX price episode, episode 3 was about a week ago now. Well, not a week ago, about 3 or 4 days ago. We have had a lot more new subscribers. So welcome to the channel. As you've seen in the bio, we are going to attempt, but hopefully going to get a full PAL PS2 collection. We will see. I will not stop until I get to the point where it's like certain games are literally impossible to find. There are a couple, trust me. 10,000 bullets. You know what I mean. Anyway, thank you once again for watching. I do reply to all comments. I think I do. The ones that pop up, put it that way. YouTube system isn't flawless. I found out in the last 2 weeks. Some comments never seem to pop up on the actual YouTube channel. So I don't know why. It's just the way it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good morning.
/afternoon.
Bye.